Hello everyone and welcome to episode 20 of All the Mods 3. We completed the pack 4 episodes ago and I don't know what we're doing here. But in any case we are here and let's get started. I did some lag busting. We had more than 30 garden cloches here making items from mystical agriculture and I moved them from the base. They're now on the roof of the nether, and this is why I'm wearing my multi-suit, because it allows you to go into a spectator mode and I could go through the bedrock. It was easier than breaking the bedrock. Anyhow, the base is much better and we have less lag. I thought since the roof of the nether is much more flat, it would be easier to make the grains of infinity there, but unfortunately the blazing pyrotium does not work there. So I'm just reattaching this one here and I'm using Enderio, that's the only difference. We also need to make some modifications to our applied energistic system, and this is why I'm making 80 new 64K memory cards, because we only had 80 of them to begin with and we never updated them. So as you can see, they're actually getting full, and I have another one next to it which is connected to the applied energistic system, so we can add 80 more, because we're getting a lot of ores and I'm worried that if I spend too much time at our Thaumcraft base, something will go wrong with our ME system. So I also want to make a quantum... What is this? What the... Is it a glitch? No, it's not gone. I don't know what that was, but it is gone. As I was saying, I'm going to make the quantum link from Applied Energistics because I want to have access to our main ME system without the wireless controller from our Thaumcraft base. We already have a lot of quantum entangled singularities, which is nice. Okay, so that would be easy. I'll do the crafting and I will bring you back. We need 2 quantum link chambers and 16 ME quantum rings. I finally found a cable which had 6 empty channels, and this will do. What you're going to have to do is to put 8 quantum rings like so on the floor, or anywhere you want, but they should be like this, and the center one is for the quantum link chamber, and I got stuck. When you do things correctly, the multi-block structure will form, and all you need to do is to put the quantum entangled singularity inside, only one of them. So this is okay, and it's working. Then what you're going to have to do is to arrange another system here, and for that we need power, so I brought an energy converter, and then we are going to make the same pattern again. The more channels that you provide the input side, the more channels that you can get out from here. So I'm providing this one with 6 channels, I can only get 6 channels out. Shouldn't this sparkle? Anyway, I only need 3 channels for the terminals and I don't need anything more, but technically you can put a dense cable or you can use P2P channels, so it should be fine. The reason that I'm doing this is that sometimes the wireless crafting terminal is very slow and I do not have access to my interface terminal or the pattern terminal. With this, it's much easier, and as you can see, I'm connected to my main ME system. The next thing that I want to do is to upgrade our blood altar, and in order to do that I set it up on top of the meteor thing. The reason that it's dangling in the air is that the last tier should be 9 blocks high and it has a base of 23 by 23, so I thought it would look interesting on top of the crater. We can make it look nice. So I need 20 more ruins, and that's not a problem. I'm thinking I can also use some speed ruins because this thing is very slow and we have resources, so why not? As usual, we will make the ultimate sacrifice and stab ourselves until we have enough blood in the altar. It's not full. Dude, get full, I'm dying. Yeah, it's full now. Great. I'm a very lazy person and I am not going to stand here putting stones one by one and getting the ruins one by one. So we are going to automate this using conduits. And it should work fine. The problem is that I forgot how to make the conduits to just put one item inside the altar at the same time, so it's probably going to do all 61 stones that I have in my inventory. But that's not a problem because it will be processed, but it needs 61 buckets of life essence or blood. So I need to stab myself a lot and I fell down. Well, after a lot of stabbing, I seem to have 1 stack of slates, and the other one I just made a mistake, so I converted one of them twice, and this is why we have 63 of them, and 1 extra, sorry. But now we can make runes. I think I did the last stack very fast, so I thought I'd do 10 more just to show you. So the altar has a capacity of 10 buckets, and if I fill it in and I put 10 stones inside and wait, I will get 10 slates back. Any second. I would be grateful if it's any second. Oh, come on, you were almost empty. Oh yeah, there you go. So now we have 10. Cool. This is a lazy way of doing it. It's not actually how you should do it, but this is all the mods. We have all the hearts, so we do it like that. Alright guys, I made the third tier and I used some speed upgrades because they will make processing much faster. Now we're going to make the third tier of the orb, which is the magician's orb. So we need a block of gold and 25,000 milli buckets of life essence. You see how faster it's going? I don't think now I can keep up. Okay, stabby stabby. It should be almost ready. Almost. Please be ready. Oh, finally, it's ready. We have our third tier of orb. And now I can do something that I really wanted to do since I started blood magic. And that's just to make decorative blocks. This is why I was actually cheesing through blood magic and not doing it properly. But we will do it properly. I just wanted to get some of these because they look nice. Don't they? Yeah, they do. I actually like it. There are other decorative blocks as well, and this also has other variants. So we can play with those as well. I like it. It looks nice. I prefer it over this stupid cobblestone that we've been using since the start of the game. Before we move on, I made 8 runes of self-sacrifice, and each one of them will give me 10% more life essence whenever I stab myself. So it will be a maximum of 80%, and it should be more efficient. So let's give it a test. Where is my dagger? Here. Boop. Okay, yeah, that's considerably more. That is nice. Perfect. Okay, so I want to do a little bit of Thaumcraft as well, because we did not do anything about Oromancy. We already have the gauntlet, and maybe we should play with that as well and see what it does. So I have already unlocked the elemental effects. I'm going to unlock projectiles, and I just want to unlock the advanced foci, and advanced foci requires us to do the infusion. So let's discover infusion, I guess. We just hand in over a file of air and it should be done. So let's check. Yep, this is done and it's a multi-part quest. Cool. The second part was literally making the runic matrix. So we have a runic matrix and the quest, or whatever you want to call it, is done. Yep, now we can go to advanced foci. And the advanced foci requires me to make an advanced focus. What? Huh? I'm not doing infusion. No. I think I made a mistake. Maybe we don't need the advanced focus because I already have a focus. Yeah, there is a basic focus. I can use that. Why am I doing this? Regardless of my boo-boo, at least we unlocked some stuff. We already had a lesser focus, but I don't know how I got that. Maybe I crafted it last time, or I don't know, the first time we were doing Thaumcraft. In any case, I want to make another one, so let's get crafting. We needed 3 essentials, and luckily all 3 of them are available in the end crystal, so I have everything. I dropped 1 end crystal, 1 diamond, and 1 ordo crystal. So we have our blank lesser focus. This sounds familiar. Maybe I did that in the first episode we did Thaumcraft, episode 17 or something. So that's how I got that. I just have to empty this cauldron, otherwise we are going to have a lot of problems. I actually have a lot of warp, and maybe this episode we should start making the salt or the bathtub thingy. I just dropped that so that it will be even numbers and I can take everything out. So when you insert the focus inside your gauntlet, you will be able to use some elemental magics or other types of magic. But I don't want to use it in melee damage, I want to use it as a projectile. So we need to do this research as well. And in order to do that, you have to get hit by a skeleton, get spit on by a llama, and also get shot by a blaze. Can you please shoot me? Why am I doing it on a wooden floor? How could you miss? Uh, how did you miss? I'm here. Please shoot. I don't think he's actually missing. I have my amulet from Botania and I'm immune to fire damage. Okay, do it again. Yes, thank you. We got the research. Perfect. Now I can make some spells using the focal manipulator and a blank focus. I want the spell to be a projectile and I want it to be fire because I don't have any other ideas. You can change the duration, you can increase the power, and it needs 2V crystals. I already have them in my inventory, so we are fine. And then we start crafting. What happened? I didn't do anything wrong. What happened? Ah, okay, yeah, we have the focus. It was lag or something. So it requires 3V per cast. Anyway, we can just go and get our gauntlet and try to test this thing. Where there was a keyboard conflict and I had to assign another key to it. So anyway, now I can change my focus and you can see it on the gauntlet. And we can shoot fire. Oh, that's so cool. I love this thing. I wish we had this in the early game, it would have been so nice. Let's try to make some barbecue. Barbecued bacon. Come back. Yeah, I'm not very accurate with this. It's actually very difficult to handle, but it looks cool. Oh yeah, and it does splash damage, which is nice. I should just not burn down the trees. There is something that we have to do, and that is to upgrade our smeltery. This releases a lot of flux in the air, and although I have vents, it's not enough. So I did some research and now we can make the thaumium version. It requires a lot of thaumium, so I'll do the crafting and I'll be right back. Making thaumium is not easy. Don't do it, it's not worth it. I don't care about the flux anymore. Anyhow, this one is complete and I think we should be fine. It should release much less flux and I think it also has another output. So I can put another auxiliary vent so that it will be less flux in the air. How did we used to make them? And I cannot type auxiliary. No, that's not the one. That's for other purposes. Okay, yeah, I can make that. Well, I was thinking at the next tier as well, because that would be the most efficient thing to do, but it requires void metal, and void metal requires void seeds and a lot of taint. We don't have taint that much, and for that we are going to need a lot of stuff. Let's try to make some. This alchemical recipe is not going to be clean and I'll be releasing a lot of flux. Anyway, we need one enchantment table, one ender chest, and 30 V crystals for taint. And if I drop a seed, which I don't have in my inventory, oh god, the headaches have started and warp is advancing, which is not good. So definitely after this we're going to make the salts, because I hate the warp. It's very scary. We're getting our void seeds, which is nice. For the void metal itself, it requires so much taint that it doesn't make sense to use crystals anymore. So I'm going to use our smeltery and we can remove all of these. Cool. And we just need 2 new jars. One for Terra and one for the taint. So if this thing functions... Yep, we're getting Terra, so I can release the Terra here. And after that we should be getting the taint. All the Terra has been extracted and now we can extract the taint, which is not that much, but it should be sufficient. I can put more as well. So we just have to label this so that I don't accidentally remove it, and then I can fill some files and we should be fine. Okay, so files of lithium, files of metallum, and 1 void seed. I hope it works. Yes, we have our void ingot. Alright, let's see what else we have to do. So we have the void metal, we need eldritch and alchemy. Alchemy is easy, but eldritch will be much more difficult, because unlike the previous version of Thaumcraft, you do not have an eldritch tab on its own. You have to discover it by accident. So when you're doing research on your research table, sometimes by accident you get eldritch and warp. I don't like warp. It gives you negative effects and it's not nice. But apparently it's something that I have to do and I cannot learn anything from that. But that's something to do in the future. What else didn't I scan? Okay, I have scanned these. Okay, that's nice. We will try to find the eldritch later on. Since we have to get into evil magic, which is Eldritch, I want to make the salts. And the salts remove the warps temporarily so that we can find the solution. What is the recipe? Oh god, it's expensive. Okay, I can make that. I'm not sure if I've explained this ever or not, but warp is a negative effect that you get while playing with Thaumcraft. It will start with heartbeats, then headaches, then negative effects. A temporary solution is the salt, and the final solution which will remove it is the sanity soap, which should be very expensive. Yes, it is. So we're not going to do that. But we have a salt, so it should be fine. And if the warp gets too intense after researching Eldritch and those kind of things, we can just use the salt for emergency and then work on the soap. In case, we need a little bit of warp for Eldritch. And besides, it makes the game a little bit more fun. Alright guys, there is something that I want to do before ending the episode, and that is to work on our mob farm. We have a problem. Spiders get stuck and I have to kill them manually, and I even got a trophy for that. Anyhow, I realized that different mobs give you different crystals. I realized that by accident because when I dropped a pig in the liquid death, it gave me something else. We also need a mob farm for reliquary items, and I thought maybe we can combine them together because liquid death also gives you normal mob drops. The problem is that we need to do this using Enderio because I want to also spawn chickens, squids and other passive mobs, and cursed earth will not work. So we're going to need a lot of broken spawners in order to make the auto spawner from Enderio. Luckily there is an item from Cyclic called spawner locator thingy. I think I have one. Yes, spawner seeker. Oh, I already have a broken spawner. That's nice. Anyhow, this will work like an Eye of the Ender, and you just right click, lag. You just right click and there should be a bubble showing you where is the spawner. Where's the bubble? Where? Oh, that way. Okay, so we follow it and try to find spawners. A cave spider spawner, and I hate them. And the fun part is that I'm not wearing any armor, so it would be oh god. Yeah, I forgot that we have Enderio, and when you break the spawner, several of them will spawn anyway. In any case, I need maybe 6-7 of them, maybe even more, because I want to spawn a lot of mobs, different kind of mobs, and I don't have that many spawners. So this could take some time. My entire base is on top of a mine shaft, so we have a lot of these cave spiders, and I don't know, they're so creepy. I hate them so much. We have hit the jackpot. There should be a lot of spawners here. I just remembered that there was another spawner under our Botania island because it was spawning shadow beasts. So we can also take this one. Moment of truth. Oh, you can pick up liquid death. That's nice. He made it so easy. Alright guys, I don't know how much you are familiar with Enderio, but in order to change the type of a spawner, you need a broken spawner and a soul vial of the monster that you want to spawn. And you put it in a soul binder and give it experience, and after a very long time, which I'm going to cut, it will be ready. So now we should have a creeper spawner any second now. Oh, it's 95%. Okay, that could take some time. Yeah. Now we have a creeper spawner. And then what you're going to have to do is to go to an anvil, put your spawner inside the anvil and the auto spawner, and it doesn't work. It's the opposite way. Put them together and then you can get the powered spawner. And now it's for creeper. So I have to do this for all the monsters that I want, and that could take some time, so I will bring you back. We have Enderman. We have chicken because it will give us air, wither skeleton, blaze, and squid will probably give us aqua, skeleton, zombie, cave spider, creeper, and slime. We should be fine. Essentially the idea is to make a tower of spawners and connect them to power. Also I made redstone conduits from Enderio so that I can control the spawners using a redstone signal, because I want to be able to turn it off whenever I want. And we are going to need conduit facades, and I think I have a pattern for it, but we also need a painting machine. Yeah, okay, we have a pattern, so we just need the painting machine. The only thing remaining is to add capacitors, and then we are good to go. So another one here. This is going to be painful. Oh, what am I doing? I should put them on active with a redstone signal, otherwise they will... Oh god, they spawned. Otherwise that will happen. So active with a signal. Yes, thank you. We put a lever in order to control the redstone signal, and this should work. I have to turn it off. Why do I need to... Oh god. I don't know who came up with the idea that when squids die they should make you blind, but I really don't know. That was not a very wise move. Well, I made 2 more buckets of liquid death, and now we have total of 5 buckets. And I think I made a mistake because there will be gaps. Yeah, there are gaps. I don't want to make more. It's very painful to make them. They're not that easy to make. Oh god. I know. You don't have to say it. I'm a genius. Everything is set, and now we can test it. So I will put the filters off camera, so don't worry about that. I just want to check if everything works, and it's beautiful. Oh god, no. Why can't you just fall in the liquid death? It's not a problem. I fell in it and I turned into a marvelous crystal. You can do the same. I'll remove the Enderman spawners. I know I had a genius solution to the problem with the gaps in the liquid death, but OCD kicked in and I had to craft 4 more buckets. I also removed the Enderman spawner, so we should not have any problems and we can test this thing again. Well, regardless of the accidents that we had, this was a marvelous idea because now we are getting far more crystals. You can see they're jumping up. So that's good. Even the chicken and the squid are giving us air and aqua as I thought. So this is very good. I'm happy. Anyhow, it's time to wrap up the episode, guys, before it gets super long. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.